Misty here. Today I'm going to talk about 5 easy ways to make credits in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Number 1 on the list is Conquest. If you go to your missions log and go to the Conquest tab, you'll see your progress in the top right, and your goal for the week is to reach 50,000 Conquest points. It resets every Tuesday, and you can get points by doing any number of these objectives in the bottom left. Most of them are repeatable daily, but some of them, like this one, is infinitely repeatable, so you can do it as many times as you'd like. So for example, completing any story mission will gain you almost 8,000 conquest points. So these are very easy to get, and it should not be an issue on reaching that limit on your character. Once you reach 50,000, you'll immediately get these rewards, although the tech fragments and the equipment crate are high-level items, so you will not get those on leveling up characters. The more important items are the credit certificates, in addition to the normal credits you get, that's 130,000 right there, and the solid resource matrices, which each sell for a lot on the Galactic Trade Network. The lockbox gives you a few decorations that you can keep or sell. But just to show you, on my server, these solid resource matrices each sell for a lot. And you get 4 per week per character by completing personal conquest. Additionally, you get pretty much double the rewards if you're in a guild that also does conquest. So your guild can invade a planet, and if they meet their guild-wide conquest goal for the week, then at the end of the week on Tuesday, when conquest resets, you'll get these rewards here. So that doubles your solid resource matrices. You'll get an extra 180,000 credits, extra tech fragments, and extra loot. So through that, all of that adds up to, at least on my server, around 3 million credits per week per character. You can complete conquest on multiple characters. The only thing to keep in mind is that the daily repeatable quests cannot be repeated on 2 characters on the same day, since all of these objectives are shared between your characters. But you can do different ones. There's so many of them, it's pretty easy to get all your characters finished up. The second way to make credits, and probably the most lucrative for the least amount of effort, is through the slicing crew skill. So what you want to do is first max out slicing. Once you hit 600, you have to go to the slicing trainer, and it does cost 500,000 credits to unlock up to 700. You should have no problem affording this if you use the conquest rewards that I just mentioned. And then once you get slicing leveled up, you can send your highest level companion on the off the radar mission, which is the grade 11 lockbox mission. Only one companion can do that quest at a time. Other companions are not able to do the same quest, but if you have a max level companion, they can do the quest every 7 minutes. So we'll see what she brings back. But I have some rewards here from a quest in my inventory to show you. So normally you'd get 1 grade 11 slicer's case from this mission, which gives you some credits and some Jawa scrap, which you can trade in the Cartel Bazaar for materials to sell. But that itself is not worth much. If your character gets a critical on the mission, then you get a mission discovery, and these are how you really make money. So these missions are a grade 11 wealthy mission that can bring back very good rewards, and if your companion gets a critical on these wealthy missions, they'll also bring back a legendary ember. Legendary embers, if I have any.
So, what do you think?
Yes, so legendary embers are also under miscellaneous, and they sell for usually over 500,000 on the Galactic Trade Network. So these missions are very useful in that regard, but they're not worth doing unless you have a level 50 companion. Since with the level 50 companion, they have a 75% chance to get a critical. So in the mission she just finished, she just brought back one case. She didn't get a critical. I'll go send her out on another one. For the slicing mission, you do not have to be max level to do it, because even if you don't get a critical, you pretty much break even anyway, so there's really no risk to just running that mission as much as possible. However, if you can afford it, I would recommend pouring your money into leveling up your companion, so then they can run the mission faster and have more criticals, and then you'll easily make the money back within a day or two. So there's two main ways to level up your companions. The first one, and if you're a subscriber, this is much easier since you'll be able to carry enough credits to do this, but you can also pay back a guildmate who could go make the purchase, and then you can pay them back in 1 million credit increments, which you should be able to store in your legacy bank even if you're capped at 1 million on your person if you're not a subscriber. So how to do that is go buy 3 dark projects from the GTN. Each should be around 1 million or less credits, and that plus 4.25 million will give you this Commander's Compendium. And then you need to summon your companion, click the compendium, and it'll automatically level them up to 50. The second way to level your companion up is to go to the vendor that sells companion gifts. I would recommend also going to your legacy and getting the perks where gifts will increase the amount of influence that they gain, and if you want to save time, you can also get these ones which reduce the amount of time it takes to give your companions a gift. It'll reduce it from about 3 to 1 second. So it's sort of worth it since you have to buy a lot. It'll similarly cost millions of credits this way to level them up. What I recommend to do is always get the ones that cost 10,000. So summon your companion, and then check at the vendor what yield it is. So this one says no influence. This one says large influence. So I'll buy one of those and buy one of all the ones that say large influence, and that just gives you a range of how much it might be, but they actually all give different amounts.
Come back anytime.
So give them to your companion, and in this the system feedback should tell you how much influence they actually gain. So that one was 374, that one was 166, and so on. So figure out which one gives them the most and just buy tons of those. Give them to your companion. It'll take, hundreds of gifts, millions of credits, but then that should level them up, and you don't have to carry millions on your person to do that. So once your companions are leveled up, you can make sure to keep running that slicing mission. You'll have higher critical rates, get more wealthy missions, either sell those or use them, and that's how to make a lot of credits with very minimal effort. Just make sure whenever the quest is done and you get your rewards, send your companion off to go do it again. The third way to make credits is by using crew skills. I recommend either getting bioanalysis, archaeology, scavenging, or underworld trading. Those will make you the most money, at least from my experience. And basically just send your companions out to go do the quests. For me, I've been running a lot of grade 10 power crystals, because those sell for a pretty good amount. It's not always the highest grade that sells for the most, because a lot of people run these grade 11 ones, and with the wealthy missions, they get a lot of grade 11 materials, so the price for those is actually lower than some of the lower grades. So how to figure out which mission to run is you can go to the GTN, go to crafting material, choose your crew skill. In this case, I'll just choose archaeology, search, and then you want to click name, and that'll put all the ones with the same name together. And what you're looking for is you want to find something that I'd say at least 7,000 credits as the lowest price. So obviously this one is not that. And you also want to make sure that the color is green. So this has a little green border. So this one is purple, and it does sell for a lot. But because it's purple, that means you get a smaller amount of them, and you need a critical, I believe, to get the materials. I might be wrong, but you get fewer of them, so it's less consistent. Plus the green ones for grade 11, again, they don't sell as high, so I go for grade 10. So I'll just skim through these. Again, purple. So I'm looking for something green. Alright, here we go. So this one, price is too low. This one's looking better, so the grade 11 color crystal. Color crystals are pretty good. The only problem is you can only run one color grade mission at a time. So similar to the lockbox, you only get one. But with the power and the fragment, you can run multiple missions of those at a time to get more. This one, again, too low price. Just gonna scroll through here. Alright, so here's one that's pretty good, the carbonic crystal. It's grade 7 power crystal. And the lowest price I'm really seeing, once you find one, you can shift left click, hit search again, and then go to unit price, and it'll order it by price. So the lowest price for these is about 9,000. And the price of things does fluctuate, so keep that in mind. Especially if there's only a few people selling, it might seem really high, but then once more people start listing it again, the price will go back down. So then we're doing 7 power, so then go to grade 11 7, or grade 7, go to power, and put all your companions on that one. I'd recommend finding a few different ones to run, because again, there's the different yields, so you're running lower and lower yields if you put too many companions on the same mission. So I put 4 different companions, getting that crystal, which will sell for 9,000 each. So once you have them, I have a bunch, they'll automatically go to your materials inventory. I have a bunch of level 5 power here, and I can go search that by shift left click, click unit price, make sure it's the small end first, and again these ones 5 power are also about 9,000 each. And so you can shift right click, and then you can make a stack. So I like to break mine into stacks, because I'm not sure who buys these, but I figure they don't want to buy a million at once. But I forced them to buy 100 at once. Okay, so then you get a stack. I just put 3 days, because I don't want to have to relist it every day, crate sale, and then if you right click the next stack, it'll automatically keep the price. But if you do something weird, or sometimes it'll reset, so make sure it's the right price. Double check. Crate sale, crate sale, crate sale, crate sale, and if all those sell, I just made a few million credits. I was running those missions for a while, but it definitely paid off. It's more of a slow burn compared to the slicing mission, but it does add up, especially if you have multiple characters. Just log in, make all your companions go on missions, and then you're good to go. Even if you just have the one character, just always have all your guys on missions. The fourth way to make credits is through disassembling. So once you get to, I think, level 70, then all the drops, all the gear that drops for you in flashpoints or anything like that from those Conquest loot crates will be based on your character item rating. I think once you hit 70, they give you gear that is starting at level 270. And stuff will drop around that level, so you'll get drops that are 272, maybe 274. Make sure to equip any gear, even if it's not perfect. Just equip it to be as high item rating as possible. And if you're keeping weapons that you don't want to switch out, then just put in the mods that are the highest item rating. And once you get to level 300 or more, then you'll start getting legendary embers from disassembling or deconstructing. So you can click deconstruct and put some gear you get in there, and you'll get tech fragments and some scrap. I didn't get a legendary ember this time, but every time you deconstruct a level 300 or higher item, then you do have a chance to get a legendary ember, which again sells for 500,000 or more. So if you go to the activity finder, you'll see there is a daily reward for doing veteran flashpoints, or you can do uprisings, operations, and these all give, well, the master flashpoints, veteran flashpoints, and operations give a equipment crate which has a few pieces of gear which you can deconstruct and hope to get a legendary ember. Additionally, there are weekly quests you can pick up on the fleet. They're somewhere around the ring. They should be like somewhere along the walls in this area. Just fly around the fleet until you find them. A little box where you pick up the quest. And for weekly veterans, or if you do 5 veteran flashpoints, then you get 2 extra crates. So if you deconstruct all that, you might get a couple legendary embers. And if you just run flashpoints, you'll get a lot of loot from the bosses, probably more than the crates themselves. So that's a good way, again, to make credits by deconstructing 300 plus gear. But the fifth and last way to make credits is through events and heroics. I don't do this too much myself, but I see a lot of other people promote this as a good way to make credits. So heroics themselves give about 20,000+ credits each, plus any credits and materials that you sell for credits that you get along the way. Additionally, you get a supply crate, which once you get far enough in the story, you can go ahead and turn in these supply crates for some alien research. I'll just turn in a bunch here. The other ones are turned into other NPCs. Okay. So this crate will give me a companion gift, or I guess they give it different things. So this one is a decoration, and a companion gift. I got this one from a previous one I opened, which was a piece of gear. However, it is bound to legacy. Oh yeah, okay, so while opening these, you have a chance to get a rank 6 companion gift, and those sell for 100 plus 1,000 credits each on the GTN. But as you see, you don't get them every time. I imagine you can also sell the decorations. Who knows how much they go for. So yeah, that's a pretty good way to also make some extra credits, but a bit more grindy to do heroics, so I don't really go for that. The other one is by doing events. So you can check the website and see what events are going on. At the making of this video, there's the Bounty Hunter event, which pops up periodically, and you can do one Bounty Hunter contract per character per day, and you get about 20,000 or more credits for doing one of those, and it takes about 10 minutes. Cool, so those are all the different ways to make credits in Star Wars The Old Republic. If you have any comments or questions or additions you would like to add, please mention so below. And thank you for watching. Peace, and may the Force be with you.